on one on the outside. They just have to get Jonak set back up on that payload with the Orisa barrier.
Oh, okay.
PB can do that. It'll be Meko actually taking out agilities. That's a huge pick because you lose a ton of that damage that Junkrat puts down. Soon gets the better of Seagull B, but as that's happening, all the damage from NYXL just coming up the front. So although Soon gets the better in the Widow battle, everybody else in the front side of the fight's dropping for the Valiant.
Yeah, sorry guys, you're gonna have to curb your enthusiasm there. We obviously spent time watching what may have been a pivotal duel, but the tanks going head to head straight down the middle, and that choke point was probably the more important part of that engagement. So, the NYXL get to the first checkpoint. Not overly notable, not overly surprising. Single support, so you notice that players like Mano and Meko are a little bit low on HP. Gonna have to wait, and that's a huge reptire! Happy birthday, New York!
So true, there's a ton of sound there with the Dragon Strike animation. Could kind of use that to hide some of the footsteps.
Oh, agilities. Yeah, wasn't ready for that one. Seagull now just wrapping around a little bit more. It's a res there, and it can be done. It's a safe position for Kareem to bring agilities back, but very, very quickly, the young player needs to respond. Seagull down, and he's there to receive soon. No idea what happened, but a bullet between his ears. Now Libero as well. This is getting nasty now. New York are pushing forward on a map where players quite easily finish attacks.
Yeah, and if you're New York Excelsior coming into the fight, you'd love to get both support all
so
down. Good fight here for the Valiant, though. Mano goes up top. They tried to drop the supercharger and push on through.
The tanks try to go for agility, but there's nothing he can do about it. He can't access the high ground, so it's Unco to jump in. He's going to provide the transcendence. Arc now with the resurrect on Seagull, but Fate is also the same. He gets brought back into the fight. That's the riptide they were looking for, though. A D-suit and a kill on Libero is big. It draws out another resurrect, but Jonak's already found himself too. Both teams' mercies are going ham, but this guy's going hog. Envy comes out, manages to force Mano away. Now he can help out the rest of his team. But he was a little bit too late. Meko was still able to pick off Kareem. Excelsior right now. They can't just put a shield down and walk around it, so they got to jump on Soon. But he's already out. Kareem's already fallen, though. That's the opening they were looking for. Libero, cheeky reflect, and Soon's going to have to wait a little bit before he gets another crack at the Genji. But he's going to be pressured down, and this is stunning. Beautiful from New York. Perfect. A fight where they don't have ultimates. It's so clean. They get the first pick. The dive was perfectly orchestrated.
Yeah, they're able to get Kareem at the beginning of the fight. You see agility still here, though, for the Los Angeles Valiant. Same with Envy. And at the top of the screen, there was actually Seagull putting a ton of pressure on agilities into Unco. And you know, you don't have the damage of that.
Agility's coming forward. No, not many ultimates available for them either. There's a primal rage. Kareem down early again. This can't keep happening for the Valiant. Jonak, though, at least is responded to. Xavier with a pulse bomb, and he's looking for more targets, but Unco's down. Both supports are now missing for the Valiant. The healing cut severely short. Arc has been responded to, so both teams responding in kind. Xavier gets a little bit too big for his boots. The shots on the pulse pistols are reflected, but Fate, an easy target up there for Meko. And that now is out in the open. The last place a Roadhog wants to be now hooked in, and it's going to be an easy dinner at this stage for Meko to pick him off. Envy, though, this is... we don't see this from him much at all.
Really odd.
Switch to McCree. He actually found Seagull there in that fight. I just don't think the Valiant had enough numbers to continue to press forward here.
And something that's really been key to the Valiant success thus far through the season.
Flash to interrupt. No chance for the Roadhog to take a breather either. Knocked back this time properly by Libero. And has forced out the Transcendence.
It's going to be Unco, though, using the Valkyrie. He's going to get Meko. It's Arc using the Valkyrie, bringing Meko back into the fight. Unco uses his to get Soon back into the fight. Agility's here with a whole hog. As Unco still in Valkyrie, flying up high. Arc still with his Valkyrie as well. NYXL did have to use a Transcendence here. I guess the benefit for them, though, is that there's not that double a little bit. They may get one more fight here.
They're res Mono,
they do get Mono. They actually they go around all the way on that right-hand side. They have to be very careful. They got to get back
tank mode
towards the payload here, and it's going to be the supercharger as well.
Jonak trying to lay into Soon here, fighting with some of those ores, but this is nasty. What else would you expect? The Excelsior walks straight into the setup of the Valiant. They just make a bit of a concave setup and allow Soon to get as much damage as possible. And Orisa straight away, and that's big. With Libero being down, there's a lot of damage missing from the side of the Valiant, but that was a nice hold there. Going to allow Meko there to get the finish off on agilities, and Envy. And LA trying to play in sort of two hemispheres. Not working out so well, but Kareem finds Seagull.
And Unco's going to use his Valkyrie, same with Arc. So Seagull B comes right back into the fight. Agility, so doing some work on the Roadhog. Envy there with that scatter arrow like you were talking about is able to take out Seagull B. It'll be Libero.
This needs to be big.
Using the tire here. They're going to use Transcendence as well. They get Unco out of the sky. I believe it's just Mano, Meko, Jonak, and then you have Arc healing them up on the point. They're able to hold on. Jonak, with the help of his tank.
He's going to be looking for those targets. There's a supercharger down, but another Transcendence from Jonak. He falls down, but the healing was so important to protect his team from the tank.
Yeah, but you have Arc with a Valkyrie here, and it's going to be Seagull be actually sniping the Riptire there of Envy. That's a huge kill. You could have potentially saw that Riptire come and take Arc out of the sky, but NYXL turning up here. 17 seconds left. Agility's trying to save his support.
Unbelievable!
That's the kill onto Unko. Huge play from Meko.
This guy is doing it all on his own. First, he takes down Soon on the Bastion on his own. Then, he goes and gets an easy kill on Karib, then finds Unko. Essentially unassisted, that man on the Diva made so much happen. Old percentage, we're going to coalescence right around the corner.
Yeah, with so many big targets, and they're just so close together, you're able to get so much AoE healing. See, he's already at 85% towards his ult, putting down a lot of damage as well. A coalescence already here for Jonak. Oh, by the way, Envy falls. Fate has fallen as well.
Yeah. Don't worry about the play-by-play, bro. Just watch my boy Jonak give him the big slap. Yep, let's go, New York.
The emote there, especially with no Junkrat on the other side. Just get onto the point. You see Silkthread's going to use a Dragon Blade there. Jonak takes him out using the coalescence, providing so much healing and damage for NYXL.
I said Jonak's going in with the coalescence. They're not going to need the Dragon Balls to bring back most of Excelsior at this stage. It's good progress. Losing Janus might have hurt them, but the Reinhardt out on the point is always going to be vulnerable. It's a good response, though. Envy's actually found himself multiple kills in his fight, 3 by my count. And Silkthread finally fires up at that. But the Valiant now just need to be very careful not to lose that first pick. Meko, self-destruct is there. He was a terror in the night in that previous map. Kariba gets taken down first. Again, one of the first to fall these fights. You can't let this happen.
Sabiel B gets Kariv and Unko within like 5 seconds of each other. Just taking out both supports here. It's going to be Kariv using Valkyrie off of the spawn here. It'll be Envy with a self-destruct, drops on the point. All the kills here going in favor of NYXL. Karivo brings Soon back into the fight, and Fade as well. Sabiel B here with a pulse bomb. See if he can connect maybe here onto Unko. Drops it low, not able to get him.
Well, this has been fortunate. The Valiant been able to bounce back in this fight, not giving away a tick and buying enough time for Kariv to get back. But that's the one clip on towards Unko. Jonak was just brought back, so that's a Zenyatta, a difference of 1. And now with Kariv falling yet again, eventually it was going to happen. As soon as the Valkyrie timed out, he would have been in trouble. And this is scary. Now the Transcendence for Jonak. Just the icing on the cake for the Excelsior now to hold this point, to pressure in. Dragon Blade here, but it's a Transcendence. He's timed it well, though. It's just timed out, and Jonak's forced to back away. Envy comes in. The Doomfist makes an appearance. Jonak's paced up against the wall. And once again, Los Angeles try and keep themselves in this fight.
It looks like they may stabilize here on defense. Meko will take out Envy. He will eventually get demeched. Sabiel B still here, but that should be the fight. They'll go to the Valiant there. There's some progress is made by NYX.
Libero has a Dragon Blade, Soon's fallen early in the fight, but Unko's found Sabiel. So both traces are missing for the time being. Arc does have the Valkyrie, so he's used that immediately to bring Sabiel back up in the fight. Kariv's a little bit away from his own now. Dragon Blade time from Silkthread. He found Jonak, he started off, and Libero's going to try and respond. They're going to clash swords. The feint and riposte might be an issue, but Unko's found Libero to shut him down. Again, take away some of the momentum of the Excelsior. Janus is also low, but he has primal perfect timing. He had 1 HP, now going in. Unclear if he has the teammates to help him with this one, and now his help is getting stripped away from him. He gets knocked into the wall by the rocket punch. Envy bringing that extra damage. After using that, it wouldn't have had any mobility, so that kind of fizzles. And we're soon falling to Libero there. The McCree obviously being quite lethal to the Tracer now. Silkthread has to get it done the old-fashioned way. Jonak's back in the corner. He's getting killed. Defense mate just to keep him alive, but there it is. It's going to be the stab in the back, and Fate found him with a primal rage. Fists are flying, and so far the Valiant are coming out on top, but it's going to be 12 rounds and more in this boxing match. The Valiant recover again. Silkthread close to get another Dragon Blade. He wants more, but he needs to respect the Winston.
90%.
Trying to pressure Libero here. Don't give the McCree any room, but he's looking for a Deadeye! He threads the needle! Unko falls down to that one, immediately resurrected. Mercy Meta. That's how it works. Libero rolling back, and this is what the Valiant are trying to do. Aggressive dive, pressure the McCree, give him nowhere to run, get rid of the main damage source from the Excelsior, and then just smash Jonak into little pieces there. Not the kind of puzzle that's worth it for a rainy day.
And as soon as they actually connect with Unko at the beginning of the fight, Libero with that Deadeye.
Rage and a pulse bomb coming up, and now it's on. We see the dive straight into the need to do with Janus. Quickly gets discorded. Nice use of the Zenyatta damage boost there for Unko, and then he's found Libero. Unko rolling this fight.
If you're the Los Angeles Valiant, if you're Soon, you can get onto the point, and it looks like they're only sending Libero down here on the Junkrat, so that takes away a ton of front damage coming out on that high ground. Libero gets the best of Soon there. Meko will take out Silkthread. But I did like that strategy there from the Valiant. As Soon forces Libero down from the high ground, then you can go up, challenge it a little bit harder.
So different teams have kind of gone about this different ways. Some of
He almost doesn't even need to win it, just needs to kind of stay there and contest the point, right? Doesn't really need to even
this is big.
fight that. Okay, so Soon actually connects with the pulse bomb there on a Libero. Arc here with Valkyrie. He's going to use it. Here comes the Dragon Blade from Silk Thread.
Silk Thread goes low, we got a bit of healing, and now he's looking for a second bite of the apple, and he's real hungry for it. Mako down. Eventually he does fall though. It was Libero to hit him with a concussive mine. Envy's mech gets taken down because it was caught up there and on the point. Fate gets his face blown up. The transcendence for Unko. The timing wasn't great, the positioning also wasn't stellar. Now he's going to go for a 1v1 against Dronak. Oh, Kareem! It's a gentleman's duel, what are you doing? He still gets involved and he gives the Valiant a chance. Unko maybe just a sigh of relief that he didn't have to face up against that Titan. One
Go takes out Fate here.
They've got to go now.
Final few seconds here for the Valiant. They need to get on the point.
Silk Thread, no Dragon Blade to be seen. Soon getting picked off in this fight there. Nowhere to bring him back. There's no Valkyrie available for Kree, but it's a 1v1. Meko down, but Silk Thread falls. And no, the wheels are falling off the bus, and the Valiant seem to have taken a wrong turn at Albuquerque. Failing to get that first point.
So Pine, destroy it.
He doesn't have to go too far, Matt. He's close to a health pack. He might need an Abbott Arcs there to protect him. There you go. He doesn't need to play in traffic. And the Los Angeles Valiant have made very little progress so far. Oh.
So that time, the Valiant decide they don't want to kind of jump back Pine on them, put down some damage onto the mech hero of Envy. Has a whole hog. It was Silk Thread actually who kills Pine. Libero uses that Rip Tire, he gets the D-Mech, then takes Envy out.
Dronak now coming in, a lot of teammates that need a bit of healing. The Meko and Libero are down. Unko's done some serious work. 3 kills in the fight for Unko. He finally drops, but he did so much. And again, living up to the name of the Valiant, but it was just him against pretty much the entirety of the NYXL. Pine, Deadeye doesn't connect. The bubble is thrown in the way. Good presence of mind there by Fate to drop the bubble on top of the McCree. Now the Gunslinger's going to get pushed up against the wall, but it's not done yet. Tumbleweed rolled past, and Pine's got a bit of room to breathe. Kareem gets way too close here. Thinks about challenging with a blaster, and Pine gets taken down. The old 1-2 punch. And Kareem finally gets a little bit of that cathartic revenge. Points to use their shield properly. And now the Riptide is going to come through. Libero looking to find Silk Thread up the top here. Transcendence coming out. Silk Thread now going to time it. Another good time. Dragon Blade, but he gets halted back. The Orisa making it impossible for him to access those targets in the back line. And Silk Thread is going to have to content himself with a bit of damage until Pine comes in and shuts him down.
It all falls apart at the beginning. I believe you actually saw Libero take out Envy, and then soon went to go use a pulse bomb and then just died. Didn't know whether to his own pulse bomb or he could have got hit by one of the cars out there. And NYXL able to use their transcendence off of that to push on.
Envy tries to leave a little bit of a gift up on high, gets a chance to resuit and go again.
The Valiant still getting a ton of great progress here, 65% and counting. Libero though with the Junkrat mine, he'll take out soon. Send an Envy of high into the sky, he will eventually fall. Be NYXL taking the point back here. Silk Thread comes on in, just contested for a little bit longer.
DPS down for the Excelsior, that means the Pine needs to go for something big here. Why? Silk Thread up on high. Maybe was hoping to get the timing on a deflect, but they've lost their Genji now. It's all on Soon to really get the damage done. He works it out, finds Pine. Now Meko going for the whole hog. Envy's not going to get away from here. Pinned up against the wall. It's like a game of darts gone all wrong. Meko just about fell apart though. Not a Transcendence or a Valkyrie could save the Valiant from Pine if he gets his ultimate off properly. Libero's Riptide is down. That's the first step in the right direction. Second needs to be this kill. Silk Thread's found Jonak. It's a whitewash. That's going to be the Valiant to clean on up here. Overtime is going to tick down. And now we have ourselves a round. Pine to fall, gets jumped into. Envy going to be looking for a chance to make it back. Has a self-destruct if he needs to deny space. But that's it. We're an even game now. And finally the Valiant spread their wings. Discord and Harmony Orbs up.
Yeah, and he has full control of the high ground because he knows that NYXL are going to play behind this Orisa shield with the Roadhog down on the point. But as soon as it goes over to the Valiant, it is NYXL answering back in a big way. Cleaning house to the members of the Valiant. It'll be Silk Thread, the only one alive. He will eventually fall. Now
he's going nutty. Now Meko with the hook in. Does get the D-shoot. It's going to be a self-destruct though. Perhaps a bit of a debate here as Pine waits for that to expire. Now pressuring forward. Oh, Pulse Bomb dropped at his feet. He needs to avoid that one. And Unko trying to stay on, but no, he doesn't have a stun. Pine does. It was a close one, but the Valiant just let things slip crucially here. Rezzers have to come in now. Kareem gets cut down. He had his Valkyrie. Very close. It would have been 20% more. Didn't have the mercy on.
We've not really seen a ton of pressure put on Libero here in the sky, right? He's been able to get a ton of free damage down and off. Takes out Soon. You lose Silk Thread as well. A nice rocket there. Almost gets Envy before he gets back in the mech. But NYXL with a very good, potentially coming around this corner. But you have both support ults on the other side, so you don't really want to burn your own Valk and then have everything just be negated by a Valk and Transcendence on the other side.
Yeah, interesting. Libero on the 76 now, so a little bit more of a safer style of play here for NYXL. NBC's Jonak on his own, but he's being healed up by the Mercy. This is why it's so hard to dive on these Zenyatas right now. So much healing provided from that back line, and the LA Valiant, of course, they kind of realize they have to commit to that fight, Matt. It doesn't work out.
And Mecha's Diva has been sick all, there's not really a high ground you can get Silk Thread set up in. Here's going to be the attack visor that comes in from Libero. You get Unko soon, and
another one! Beautiful.
Pushing
Libero
on forward.
Don't you love that, though? Don't you love that they engage with the self-destruct? They force the tanks, so it doesn't have a Mercy with him right now, and Envy's trying to protect the big Winston, but they need their own Mercy out on the point. Kareed, though, isn't quite there yet. Envy taken down. The support wasn't there for the LA Valiant, and New York, a slow start, but this is such a stellar finish. Kareed dropping down to Jonak now, and soon thought he was there, but he wasn't.
76 set up top, and they just jump right in, and you have, I believe it was Meko and Jonas coming back
my
down.
God,
oh, that
sleep.
sick sleep dart there. Taking out Fate. See if Libero decides to use it.
Jonak now being pressured a little bit. Nose above him is not Winston. He is getting jumped upon. Give this thing, but Fate's already down. Self-destruct. Oh, it's found two. That's big for Envy. Both supports are down here for the Excelsior. It might be an opening for the Valiant are also lacking players. Meko tries to chase, make up the deficit a little bit more, but he can't quite get there. And that was the door open just when the Valiant needed to break in.
They backed out and didn't have a chance to go back to the spawn. Switch there. So Jonak, he's going to use the nano boost here. You're going to use the Valkyrie as well. Bring him back into the fight. So both support ults here being used for NYXL. There's the rocket barrage out of Silk Thread. Just looking around, he's got players flying in his pace. Doesn't want to put those shots into Meko because he just blow himself up with it. Jonak still alive here, getting healed up by his Mercy. They finally deal with him. New York just wasting a lot of time here for the Valiant.
This has been a really big performance from Silk Thread in this map. The Farah's looking real nice from him so far. And the rest of his team are backing up, but the Cajun Visor comes late in the day, and it's forced the Valiant off of the payload, essentially. But they get back after a couple of resurrects are applied. Envy brought back to life. Silk Thread can play above the payload here, and there's just too many targets for the NYXL to focus down. And now the Valiant have a chance to take a crack at taking. Mention the Transcendence. There's too much for Silk Thread to cut through, and that's the reality of playing 76 right now, Matt. So hard to make the damage stick, but they're making it work regardless. Libero falling here is a very low arc, and Fate finishes off the job. Janus down. An opportunity here. Savior be cut down on the payload. They're going to roll straight forward, and the Los Angeles Valiant give themselves at least another shot.
Silk Thread from the high ground.
So now here's the response. This dive is what the Valiant recognizing here that they've got a McCree is going to be vulnerable. That was beautiful. They know that NYXL want to take the high ground control, but they don't want to approach it through the hallway. They want to jump up directly. Clean as a whistle, Matt. A good start here for the Valiant. In and out of his bubble here, trying to stay safe, but it's not going to be enough. Silk Thread presses him down. Janus getting rest again. Arc over the fight. Fate also quite low, getting attended to by his Mercy, the Transcendence. Silk Thread couldn't get to the healing. He was kept away from Unko's Transcendence and went down, but Soon's doing work in his absence.
And you actually had Libero. He was going for that rocket barrage there, and then the Transcendence comes out from Unko, decides not to use it. Janus with the Primal Rage, trying to stay alive at the point here, gets hit with a Pulse Bomb. Launched up into the sky. The Valiant will hold on D.
A staunch defense from the Los Angeles Valiant means that the map stays. It's a 3-3 in total. No points awarded. Obviously Excelsior, but a very strong first string map to take in this series, but there are